The historic town of Hyattstown was founded in 1798 and once boasted a grist mill. Today, the old mill located within Little Bennett Regional Park is home to the Hyattstown Mill Arts Project. Let's find out more.
I think the easiest way to explain what the project's all about is it's really a gathering of like-minded folks, whether they be artists, writers, printmakers, sculptors, historians. It's folks that are really interested in culture, and it's people who are very interested in a one-on-one experience with culture. The idea is to get a sympathetic vibration going among people, exchange ideas, try new ideas, and show what they are interested in, what they can do. We've been very fortunate to have use of the historic Hyattstown Mill, which is an old corn grist mill. This current mill was a replacement mill. It was burned down in 1918, and this is a mill from that time. At one point in the 19th century, the entire economy of Montgomery County was fueled by little mills like this, and this is really the last wooden grist mill left in the county. It was identified in 1995 by county historian Michael Dwyer as being a prime example of this typical 19th century wooden country mill. And he convinced Park and Planning that it was important to save the building, which they did, and today it is being used as an adapted use through the Historical Resources Office to provide cultural programming for the county. We do a large variety of events here. We do things in history. We might have a history exhibition. We do things in literature. We have previewed plays here. We have a very robust music program where we have a monthly gathering of area musicians to perform in what we call the Song Circle, which is an unrehearsed jam session, essentially. We have a very successful event, several events a year surrounding poetry. We have a monthly poetry workshop, for example, where poets will bring in their poems and other poets will critique and gently suggest things and give some praise and maybe some criticism. And then we have 3 or 4 very formally presented poetry evenings, usually surrounding potluck dinner, and then there'll be a series of poets. Some of them as far away as West Virginia will come in and read their poetry. We have a Saturday morning drawing class. People show up with their materials. Sometimes they draw, sometimes they just talk. But it's just important for artists to get together and discuss ideas and to explore their medium and to share the wonderful thing that is culture. We do approximately 4 shows a year in the gallery. We have a truncated exhibition season because it is an unheated space. So typically we'll start off our season with an annual St. Patrick's Day potluck poetry supper, and then we do maybe 3, 4, or 5 exhibitions in the gallery over the course of the spring, summer, and fall. The exhibition here today is our membership exhibition because we are a 501c3 organization, and we do have supporting members, many of which are visual artists. And so once a year we put on a membership exhibition. That's what is in the gallery today.
The kind of work that I do often involves placing linear objects, limbs or sticks or pipes or boards or tubes into a horizontal or vertical. And it's based on the concept of a log cabin. It's a fundamental way of arranging linear things. It's very useful for industrial purposes. So this is an abstraction, a mix-up of that kind of a concept. And it's supposed to be very random, not orderly, not straight, not exact, but just sort of a mishmash, a collection. It started out with something that's kind of rough and maybe dirty or brown in the outside world, and you transform that. You bring it in and you make it the opposite of that. You make it very pristine and very carefully arranged, but shiny and glassy, which is not the way the raw materials are. So it's a total transformation.
The Hyattstown Mill Arts Project was formed in 1999. We've been around for 15 years, and we've enjoyed a very sympathetic and symbiotic relationship with Park and Planning. We give the Commission public cultural programming, the use of the space. We're also responsible for the stewardship of the space. We're responsible in our charter for the Hyattstown Mill, both for its physical integrity and its cultural significance. And that's what our organization strives to do, is to maintain the property and to provide cultural programming for the regional community.
Information on the Hyattstown Mill Arts Project can be found at hyattstownmill.org.